Well, hello everybody. This is Frogman, and welcome back to Levitated. We have been working through quite a bit of the advanced rocketry line over the last however many episodes. Let's see if we kick the box open, and we've gotten quite a few things done. There's two more things I want to do today before we head to the moon, and as one of those things is a project that I have been trying to get done, head to the moon, get to building things. And it is a project that has been eluding me since I set up this little villager spawner, which is now empty. So the whole entirety of this process here, we're going to go ahead and do this because I feel that this is a necessary thing for this mod. I really don't understand at all why they made the air suit so terrible, or the space suit so terrible, as far as just lack of protection and other things. You know, it's slow and it's terrible, and it's not, I don't believe, even very enchantable. But what I was trying to do here was I was trying to collect enough or breed enough villagers up so that we could get one special enchantment, and that is the Airtight Seal. So Airtight Seal. This right here from Advanced Rocketry. And basically what that does is you apply it to all of your equipment here, and you then will be granted the air tank supply, as well as this will become a basic spacesuit, and it works for every single armor in the game. Well, I've given up on that. I spent a little bit of time. I let the game run for a good long time. We got maybe 5 more librarians, and none of them had anything we wanted. Matter of fact, I think the only thing one had, and we can go over here and take a little look real quick, is a feather falling content tweaker enchantment book, which I have no idea what it's for, and it's probably for one of those little sections of the pack that I don't think we're going to do. So I'm not really concerned about that. That means we have to go about it the other way of getting that. And in this pack, we have the other way of getting that Airtight Seal. So if we look at Airtight Seal in here, it's not going to tell you exactly how to get it here. You have to understand how to get it. And that is how you get it, is with a chemical reactor. Chemical reactors are how you put the enchantment, should say, on all of your equipment in order to be able to get it. And the reason why I was kind of leaving this out was because of the fact that requires a super high air pressure tank, and a super high air pressure tank you make in a rolling machine. So we got to make another machine, which is required. Basically, we got to make a rolling machine, roll titanium out twice, so 2 of these in order to make the one tank, so that we can put it on a machine, so we can run it through one machine. That the only real use for that one machine is going to be to apply that enchantment to your equipment. So today what we're going to do, first thing right off the bat, is we're going to build those 2 machines. I've already crafted up the parts. We're going to place them down. The rolling machine is something that we can put to use. Rolling machines are a really quick way of making plates. I don't know if they're as fast as whatever this plate bending machine is. This thing right here, I don't know if it's as fast or faster than this is going to be, but they are a very fast way of making parts. So let's start off by building that thing, because it is something we are going to use, starting with all of that. All right, so rolling machine is a fairly large structure, if I recall correctly, and it may actually try to bleed out of the room right here. No, we're going to have to do this in a little bit different fashion. It's always kind of hard to get these things to place correctly. Where are you going to place like that? It'll actually fit in the room. Okay, whatever room. I don't know what I'm talking about, room. But let's go ahead and get one of these down. So that should be pretty easy to do. They're really, again, another very simple. Once you build a few of these things, they're not that hard to build. So iridium coil, gold coil, I think that was there. And then the motor, and then everything else should be pretty simple to build, as long as I pay attention to what we do. Power plug, output hatch, output hatch. And then if we scroll up, and that's an input hatch, the rolling machine itself, 2 machine structure blocks, and away we go. Rolling machine. Now, I think I should be able to just, maybe, matter of fact, let's do it this way. We don't care about where the water goes in at. Will you do this? Yes. Okay, cool. And then the power is right here. We should have plenty of power readily available right there. So let's see. We'll put this down. And again, this is something we may go ahead and put into the system. Let's see if we can get there with this. 1, 2. Did I put it in the wrong place? No, I didn't. Excellent. So you're powered up. Your speed is on. A wonderful. Go. So let's go do that first part. That first part is we need 2 pieces of titanium, which I forget which one is titanium. Is it this one? That's tungsten. Well, just that. Actually, it's that one. That's refined steel. Look at me not being able to see anything. Titanium. We need 2 of those. So we're going to go ahead and see how quickly this thing can process. Let's see. Input hatches are up there. I really have got to quit clicking things with that. Really? I'd expect that to be slower because it's having to manufacture things into a different thing. And there is our super high pressure empty tank. Now this is how you can make tanks. Of course, you can store these things with you. You know, you can carry them around and do whatever. That was fast. Give me something. One of those. Go up there. How fast are you? That's comparable. They're almost the same speed. The only problem with the only problem with the rolling machine is it requires a fluid to function. But I may split these up, or at least the ones that we, you know, because it's kind of late in game and we should have already made that thing, so to speak. At this point, we should have taken care of that problem. But cool, so that's ready to go. If we need to, we can automate it. The reason why I really like them is because it has 2 sets of input hatches, so it's already programmed, ready to do some other stuff, and it can do 2 outputs as well, so we're kind of good to go there. All right, next step. We got our super high pressure tank, and I think what I'm going to do while I'm thinking about it is I need 4 of these. There we go. And since we have some space over here of machines that we're really not going to need, or at least stuff we don't want to interface with, we can build this over here. So chemical reactor, that dude, I think is a 3x3. It's a weird one, right? How did that work out? We're only going to use this thing like 1 time, probably. Back up, right there. Oh, come on. There. I think that'll work. All right, so let's do this. Get our parts out again. And just do that and that. Give me the right one. There you go. Output hatch. Output hatch. And then structure block, scroll up. Let's see, that is a fluid input. This is an input, this is an input, and this is the actual machine that does the work. All right, chemical reactor. Now, all we need to do with this right now is give it some power. That's it. So I'm just not even going to be friendly with it. We're just going to put one of these down. We're going to go ahead and say power out on you. And give me a little bit of power for right now. Power. Where did it go? I know I just had some. Thank you. Just needs a little bit of stuff. There we go. Put that away. And this should be ready to go. Now, the trick about this is you take your equipment off, and we're going to test the booties first. It should act like an anvil. It should act like an anvil. So if I put this and this in here, it didn't work. Put this in here. It's going to run, and then it's going to spit out wherever the output is. Where is the output? Is it down here? No, it's over here. Fluid hatch. Output hatch over here. So now as we see, we have airtight seal on those pair of that stuff. So the thing that's odd about it, and the reason why they make you do this, is you have to do your chest plate, the air tank, and a diamond. Let it process, and that should give us airtight seal on that. Beautiful. And that gave us our O2 meters. So let's go ahead and finish these. And these. Sweet. So now we have really good armor that we can breathe in outer space with. And if I go stand on this thing, it should fill it up. Except there's not a whole lot of oxygen in these things. These don't really... Actually, you know what? Let's do this. Let's do this. This is slow. And I know this was a stupid idea. Where is... Can I just take that off with this wrench? No? Do I have a wrench? I think I can do that. Sure, we're wasting our stuff. That's the whole reason why we want the storage. Where are my pipes? I thought that was a dumb idea when I did it. Let me get something that actually moves a little bit of, I don't know, fluid quickly. So we'll put that right there. Do this. Always active. There we go. Now stand on it. Alrighty, we have an O2 meter that is now full of oxygen. That is beautiful, and that means we don't have to use that really cruddy armor stuff. So let's put all this away. Get away from me. Go and put all this in here. And we can put that, and that should be everything we need to do there. So cool. I'll leave this right here. There is a thing that you can use that this actually has a good use for, and it's, I guess if you really need it, it's bone meal, which you can get a pretty decent amount of bone meal that way, comparative to some of the other things. It just means you need to feed it nitrogen. And I think nitrogen has like a nitrogen producer or some kind of thing like that. Whether or not it's something in here we can do, not really concerned about it, but I'm happy we got that part done. So, on to the thing we've been trying to do for a while. I'm glad we finally got that done. I've been sitting here fighting with, well, not fighting, but just trying to figure out how in the world we're going to manage to get that going, because I don't trust this pack. I don't trust this pack, and I want to keep using something that's readily good as far as, you know, armor is concerned. There is, I believe, probably a little bit better armor, but I am going to be happy with the Terra Steel stuff. It works fine, especially now that it has all of that stuff on it. So we're good to go. I'm happy. Let's start with the next process, which is we need to build a rocket, and we need to go to the moon. So what I think we need to work on right now, at least, is I'm going to try to do something we've usually done, which is I just make something that kind of works and it's not very pretty. So, rocket engines. Do we have anything built in for this stuff? I think I want 1, 2, 3 times 5. 15 of those, please. Yes, that's going to hurt a little bit. And I guess while we're at it, we can build these, which means we need to make, again, 5 times 3 again is 15. So I need 15 Endurium ingots, which I believe is the same old way as you've always made it. So platinum dust, lead, and a bunch of resonant ender. And that is made in the same way. So I'm going to knock out a whole bunch of this stuff. And we're going to start crafting some rocket parts up pretty quickly. I mean, I could probably go ahead and make this work, but I don't think there's going to be any easy way of doing this, is there? No. Magma Crucible, same old deal. So, all right, guys, I'll be back in a little bit. Okay, I think at this point we should have enough stuff to make 5 of these. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Beautiful. Made way too much of that other stuff, but that's okay. The tanks. Liquid fuel tanks, thank you very much. That should work out for that part. Now, we're going to need a, what is it, a guidance? Guidance computer access hatch, guidance computer. Tracking circuit, basic circuit, redstone, Eye of Ender. Do we have any of those? Make 4, please. Start. And basic circuits, I need 4 of those, please. Go ahead and start that. So we need 4 of those, redstone, of those, and a circuit. I said 4. Oh, we had to do the cutting and the playing around and all of the things and stuff, I believe. There we go. We almost done? Okay, cool. Circuit for you. And then rockets. I think I need to just do this and it should work. Okay. And then let's see what we can do. So guidance. Go ahead and click the button so you have it saved over here. We don't need you anymore. Click on this. I think we may have everything except that titanium plate. Which just go do that. Cool. Guidance computer. We need a seat. Which is that. And generally, I believe that's all we should need other than maybe some glass. So we'll just do that. And where is my chisel? Chisel, 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 chisel. Did we not get a chisel? I thought we had chisel in this pack. I saw it, right? Yeah, where is my chisel? Hello? Maybe I just can't see it. Yeah, it's right there. I'm so blind. Whatever. Let's find a nice color of glass or thing, clear, whatever. I don't believe it really matters either way. We'll just do some gray bordered. And then let's go over here and build a... Ooh, one more thing that we do need to forget before we forget it. Don't forget it. A linker. That dude right there. Cool. All right. Let's go build us a rocket. And down there. Now I'll probably put one of those teleport thingies in here. So let's see how much this is going to end up being messed up. So center of the pad is right there. We'll use these fancy extra better rocket engines and we'll make sure we have plenty of fuel. Do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I know this is always overkill. It doesn't really matter. Guidance computer is going to go right there, followed by... Now. And I think all I need to do is make sure I place the seat down and then do... Yeah, that should be fine, I believe. And then we'll just cap it off with a top, kind of like so. And then see if that's a legitimate way of building a rocket. So I don't really care. Again, all I want is something that's going to get us in and out of the world. So let's see. Scan. Invalid launch pad structure. Why? Tell me it's mad about the fact we put this in the house. Just has to be taller than that. Oh, really? What are you mad about? Invalid launch pad structure. It was fine when we first did this. Do this. Do this. What does it say about that? What? This was fine when we put it down. All right, I guess I know what I'm going to have to do. That's going to suck because that just ate up all of that. See, now this I know has got to be either a bug or something else because I know I've built these down here and it's fine. I know I've built them differently before. So that means that this is probably not going to like that either. No, that's the guidance computer. Where is the thing? Fueling station I'm not concerned about. I don't have a problem with it because it works on its own linking system. That's what I want right there. Are you going to get mad at me if I put you down here? Yes. Okay. That's annoying. Those were just fine. Those were just fine above ground, but whatever. We'll do this and do that. And where is my box? Let's fix this problem. Shoot. I got all this extra launch pad now. I don't know what to do with it. Anyhow, let's go ahead and build our rocket now that this should work. So basically what we got to do is we got to put it down on this little launch pad, and then we need to have the builder build it. And again, we're not going to be very fancy about it. I usually just put the guidance computer right in the middle. And for this time, we're going to do something like this. Oop, nope. Now, the fun part about rockets, or especially advanced rocketry, is it's all about maintaining your power to weight ratio. And I've never really, this will be the first time I've used these advanced rocket engines, so we're going to find out how good they are. Generally, I build as minimalistic rocket as I possibly can, something kind of about like this. You can put a door on it if you think you need a door, but if I recall correctly, once, and we're going to test this out in a minute, this, I'm not caring about whether this is going to be airtight or not, and I actually already screwed up. I need to put the seat down. Come on, break the glass. We got lots of glass. Seat goes down here, and then we can do this. Now, once I tell it to scan it, it's going to tell me what I need to know. So we're going to go scan all the way down. It's amazing when your TPS is running where it should, how quickly that is. So clear for liftoff. We have a very lightweight. We've got way more than enough thrust than we'll probably ever need. Acceleration could be a little better, but it's just kind of the same old thing. Now, we could throw in some different engines to kind of show the difference between those two. The reason why I wanted this is because if you look at it, it's pretty decent as far as fuel is concerned. This means this rocket can go quite a ways if we need to. Usually, you're not going to use it much more than leaving Earth going to the moon or leaving Earth going to your space station. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to leave that alone, and we're going to tell it to go ahead and build that. And that's all it does. It just takes that whole conglomeration of stuff and turns it into a multi-block structure that if I click on it, it will now let me in and out. So you don't need a door. You don't need to worry about it. We don't have to be a big deal. So we can hit shift and it'll kick you back out. And if you shift click on it, it will show you the guidance computer here, your fuel, and your ability to select destinations. And we finally get to see what I was concerned of at this point. I am a little bit figuring on the fact that we're probably going to have to be launching. I was wondering if this was going to be the case. We may have to launch from the overworld to see what's going on. So that means I have to take all of this apart and take it to the overworld, which means I need to go get a tank of fuel and a whole bunch of other things. So all of that stuff I was concerned about an episode or two ago, we're going to go ahead and test it. So I'm going to go ahead and rip all this stuff down really quickly. We'll get us a fuel tank, and then we'll go into the overworld and see what we see. Okay, same thing as before. We're going to go ahead and scan it down. I mean, I know there's other ways I can do this. I believe there's a button that we can push. I'm not really kind of we're experimenting here is what we're doing. So we should get the same thing here. We'll let it build the rocket and see what it gets, see where we see how things work. Because if we could land on the moon today, that would be great. That would at least get us an idea of what we could expect as far as other things are concerned. For all we know, the moon is gone too. So let's see. Click on the rocket, select destination. Okay, so the moon is here, and it is readily available. We can go to the moon. So notice we can't see the rest of the planets because these are the only two that we know. So we should be able to actually go look at the moon, but we're going to need a couple of things. We're going to need at least the guidance computer with the destination chip. I believe it's going to be something like that, planet ID chip, or one of these two. Let's see, satellite ID chip, planet ID chip, space elevator, asteroid, all these kinds of things. Now, we got all kinds of places we can go shopping for other stuff, like the asteroid belt and all that kind of stuff. So what I wanted to kind of do is at least go get some kind of thing set up on the There you are. I was going to say, where's the thing? I want to at least get something set up on the moon. Satellite ID chip is one of those. Can you please make a basic circuit for me? Go. Next. Start. And I think I want the planet ID chip, which is going to be 2 of those. So how many did we make? Probably need to tell it to make about a handful more. Okay, so it should be this makes one of those. And then if I do this and that, that'll get me one of these. And I think all I should have to do is I should be able to just take that back over there. It's been a minute. Again, it's been a little while, so we'll see what we can do. Where is it? It's over here. If I put, nope, left shift, we're not leaving. We still need to put fuel in you. So if I shift click on you and hit select destination, that should be there. Okay, shift click, rocket, planet ID chip, go, select destination here. Select. If I jump in it, it should say destination coords. Okay, so we should be all right at that point. And thank you, chicken. I did not want your egg. I love it. Whatever. So now we need to fuel this thing. So let's go ahead and put some fuel in it. That's how we do with the fueling station. And the fueling station, we're going to go ahead and power it with some of the stuff that we already have. So one of these, we'll just plop one of those down with an ender tank next to it. And go ahead and pump that sucker full of fuel. There we go. And I believe all I got to do is this. Program linker with the fueling station at such and such and so, and then program with the rocket. And if we look, there should be a very minute line drawn between the two. And if you kind of wait, you'll notice over here in the corner, we'll get some fuel coming into the thing. And as soon as the fuel tanks are full, we can give it a try and see what it does. If it fails, it won't fly anywhere. It's kind of one of those deals. So let's let that fuel up, and then we'll be back and hopefully go do something for this episode. I mean, not like we haven't done already. You're going to go to the moon if you stay up here too long, sir. Here, get off. Need to go make one of these just in case. Alrighty, well, it says go, so let's see what happens. Get out of here before that tornado shows up or whatever is blowing the wind around. Away we go. That one's got some power. Whee! Let's go. Glitchy. I'm falling through the... Okay. Huh. Interesting. Auto descend in tree. Just go ahead and descend, please. That was seamless and smooth. They must have fixed a few problems there. I think we're still we're still rubber banding while we reload things. This may take a second. And down we go. And alrighty then, we made it to the moon. I don't know what's here. I have no clue. All I do know is that I need to not do that because that's annoying. Cool. Let's go pluck us down a waystone, and we should be reasonably close to where it needs to go. So MOON, and done. And we made it to the moon. So how much time? I would assume it's probably about the same thing as always. Let's go stick our heads in down here. It's mostly going to be stone and moon turf, so... Let's just do a real quick one of these. No. Torches burn in the... Hang on. Torches burn in outer space? Since when? Now, that. No idea what to expect here. Probably not a whole lot of much of nothing, but we can do a real quick dig down and see. So maybe they don't work. Nope. Okay, good. I knew it was going to be a little dark. Come on. That's what the thermite torches and whatnot are for. I'm assuming there's not going to be a whole lot of much of nothing here. I just wanted to kind of go through this really quickly. I don't see anything. How far down are we? 40. Mostly cobblestone and a little bit of marble at this point, so nothing. Shrooms. Probably came here for the fun of it. No big deal. Too bad you can't make the moon a space station and just fly it around. Bedrock down to nothing. I don't think there's going to be anything here. Looks like it's nothing but a big stone pile with just regular, somewhat terrain gen via various things. So that's kind of what I figured I was going to find. We were going to get here and there wasn't going to be anything of any major use. Now I'm going to have to do a little bit of reading and finding out, but we'll see about what we need to do. So real quick, kind of fly around. Anything of any major interest? Doesn't look like it. It's the same old place, but we've been to the moon. And again, I'm very, very, very glad that we were able to do this little thing for this. I mean, it just makes for my life to be a little bit easier and lots of other stuff. So if we're gonna say that we're gonna just let it ride the rocket back, now that we have this here, let's go ahead and set this to a different destination. So Earth, select, and if we go back in here, our guidance chip should say Earth. If we get in the rocket and hit shift, it should launch us back to our overworld, or at least I'm interested to see actually where it does launch us to. So let's see. Here we go. I think it's got some acceleration, man. Wow. I could probably build a nicer rocket with those engines. And descend. Yep, it's going to drop us right back on the pad where we were once we get to the bouncy, bouncy, rubber bandy stage out of the way. And we're going to have to run like crazy because there's going to be a mess of things. I mean, I think I can hop out right now if I wanted to. I'd just be scared that we'd die in outer space, and I really don't want to do that. Come on, quit rubber banding. There we go. All right, let me out. Let's get out of the way and do that. Alrighty then, so we are back. We have managed to do the around and through kinds of things. Let's go grab our thing, get back to base, and then we can formulate a plan. Except I didn't want to come here. Skybase next. There we go. Okay, guys. Once that noise clears. Alrighty, so we did learn something, and I must have a glitch of some kind of thing going on up here. Sometimes that happens with this stuff. Yeah, this is a reload issue with the occasional thing. We have multiple generators hanging out in the same location for whatever reason. Reload fixes that problem. No big deal. Okay, so we have been from our base to the moon and back. The next step is going to be launching the space station, or we'll build a beginning platform for the space station, probably space station, just something fairly simple. We'll build a basic area to build from here, or here in the overworld. We'll launch it that direction. We need to start launching satellites. So satellites, click the right button. We need to start launching satellites so we can start learning about the rest of the world, or the rest of this galaxy around us, and then being able to actually do a little bit of looking around in the universe and other things. So we're going to have a little bit of fun, hopefully, in the next couple episodes. I'm kind of figuring we're pretty much done doing most of the hard stuff. I'm hoping, at least at this point. So I will probably try to go ahead and see about finishing up the just general overall construction of the base to include this section and the roof that was going to go over it. And then we can start building on some stuff. I'll do that in between episodes, and I'm not going to put you guys through that stuff. So anyhow, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you all in the next one. Bye.